Hi everybody, back again today to do another DIY project with you. So today we're going to make a fall wreath, and all of this stuff you can find at Dollar Tree. So this will cost you about $6, depending on what you choose, of course. So, styrofoam ring, 2 things of ribbon. Now if you're not using Dollar Tree ribbon, you might get away with only 1. They just don't have as much ribbon on there. So for $1. For this wreath, I chose pink, yellow, and this is kind of like a purpley, pinky, corally color. I kind of am into the purples and mauves that you've seen around for fall. I forgot what I wanted to say. So let's get started. So let me open my ribbon, and I have a glue gun. So the only things you'll need besides your supplies from Dollar Tree is a glue gun and a wire cutter. So take all this off. You are not going to need as much of the second roll. I just found I could not finish and make it look the way I wanted it to look without 2 rolls. So we take your styrofoam. Let me put another thing in here, and we're just going to start it. Putting a line of glue right there. I'm going to stick this on, not burn my fingers. My glue gun is really hot. Alright, and then we are just going to wrap. Maybe I should have kept this on the spool. And at the end of this, I'm going to give away a couple prizes. So stay tuned to the end. I'm going to give away 2 things, and you will just need to like my page and share this video, and I will draw a winner on Friday. I'm going to say Friday 4 p.m. Pacific time. Just so it gives everybody a know of when it's going to happen. So stay tuned for that, and then we'll just keep going on this. It also depends on how tight you want your ribbon to be, because you could totally loosen it and make it. I wanted it to stay a little tighter, and so, okay. And this this ribbon does have wire in the edges, so it does stay pretty nice. Well, that one did not go as far as when I did my first one. My first one that I showed you, I got to about here, and then I was just going to cover it with flowers, but then I realized I didn't really want part of this showing on the side, so this is super easy, affordable for fall. Again, all supplies except my glue gun and wire cutter from Dollar Tree. Okay, so we're going to put this down, and then I'm going to put another dot and start the new roll here. Okay. And as you may have heard, I put craft paper down on my table just to protect my table. And because I don't like the color of my table right now, I'm going to be redoing the table at some point here. And craft paper you can also find at Dollar Tree. It's not a thick roll, but enough to cover a table if you need to, or wrap presents and let your kids color them. For wrapping paper, it's one of my favorite things to do. I take their art projects and use it as wrapping paper, and then I don't have to buy wrapping paper, and then find some lost ribbon here. The gift giver gets a little fun artwork from the kids, which they usually always love. Alright. My kids are here, by the way, so they may run into this video at some point. School doesn't start for us until next Tuesday, so they're being occupied by the TV right now while I am working on this. Alright, if you have any questions after this was posted, just feel free to ask below. I'd be happy to answer them. Dollar Tree has multiple types of ribbon right now. This is just the one I liked, but they have mesh ones, they have more Halloween ones. Okay, so getting to the end here. Forgot to put my scissors, hang on. Grab my scissors. So I had about that much ribbon left. Again, it's all on how tight you do it. Like I said, my other one, I got further, probably because it wasn't on video when I did my first one and I took my time a little bit more. Alright, so wherever you end, that's where I'm going to put my flowers. So then you don't see the end of this ribbon. And the other one was hidden. My other start has been hidden, so you can't see it anymore. And I am very generous with my hot glue gun. I just don't want it to come back up, so. My hot glue gun gets super hot, so be careful not to burn yourself. I've heard there's the ones that have low and high settings. That would be awesome to have. Okay, so then I have these flowers. And as you can see, I kind of did longer, filled with those, and then put the more full ones in the center because it just hides all the stems from the ones you previously used. So I'm going to do the same thing for this one. So, I'm going to grab my scissors over here. Alright, so I always like to lay everything out before I get started, before I glue, because glue is a little more permanent. Use your wire cutter to cut this off the stem. There we go. There we go. So I'm going to cut everything off and then play around with placing it before I actually start gluing. And I'm going to cut these a little shorter because I don't need as much length, and I did not use the leaves that came with it. You could totally keep that for another project or something. Here. How many I'll use here, but we'll just cut them all off anyway. And then the flowers I did cut pretty short. I cut them so just that, you can see that here, so that it there's no stem to get in the way when you go to glue. might not need all those either, but again, just in case, nice to have them. Okay, so my end is right there. Alright, so I'm going to show you kind of what I've been doing here. So I kind of took the ends, so these kind of stayed on, the little leaves are all on there too. And I was kind of crisscrossing it to see where I wanted it. Like, do I want it closer? Do I want to move this in? Oh, that piece did come off, didn't it? That's okay. So I kind of like that, and then we're going to fill in everywhere else, but let's go ahead and glue. Again, very generous with my glue, since you don't want it to come apart. I also like to put glue over top of the stems, just as a more placeholder to keep them from moving. I would show you, but it's, wait for my glue to dry here a little bit. And if you get running down your ribbon, don't worry about it. What I do, because I don't want to see the glue runs, I let it completely dry, and this happened on the first one too that I did. Let it completely dry, and then it can peel off if you let it dry all the way. It'll peel off of the ribbon, and you can cut it with the scissors if you need to for the length that you want. I'm going to add the other one here too so it can dry. Just don't worry if it starts to run. I didn't want to see runs in mine, but it happened. It's kind of because this is an awkward surface. Burn myself like that. Put a little bit over top of these just to keep it in place. I'm going to have a full tutorial up on the blog here soon about this too. I did pictures and everything with the first one, so in case you more are a reader and want to read and look at pictures of what I did, that's definitely doable too. Okay. Oh, burn myself again, guys. Look at that. Be patient and let your glue dry. Oh, look at that. That's fun. Oh my gosh. Okay, one of the joys of glue guns. Well, it was kind of fun to peel off. It's kind of like, I don't know if you were younger and you ever put super glue on your finger and peel it off. Okay. So now I'm going to take these, since that is, the glue is still drying, so I don't want to hold it up yet. So I'm going to let the glue just set just a tiny bit longer before I actually show you. So, since I know these are going to be sticking in the middle, I'm going to put these out further at the edge. So as you see on this one, I put these out further. So it looked kind of funny before I had these on here, and if it would fill in, and it did. Okay. So, and these I realized I don't want this huge long piece on it. The way it's going to lay on there, this is going to be too long, so we'll just cut this off. Again, I'm putting glue over top of the stems, just again, hold it in place more. Okay. bit longer. Let's see, how many did I use on that other one? 2 or 3. I think I like 2. And then I'm probably going to use 3 of the pink ones. We'll see how they fill in. They're not as bushy as the white ones that I used on the other one. I like to do things in odd numbers, 3s, 5s for decorating. Just seems to look a little bit nicer. Okay, so now let me place my other ones over here. That one there. This one, let's see where I want that one. Alright, we'll put that one there. Glue's drying, so that's good. And I'll show you, before I put the pink ones on, I'll let it dry here a little bit, and I'll show you guys what this looks like. I've also created a YouTube channel. Brand new to YouTube, I have no idea what I'm doing. But I thought it'd be nice to upload these videos to YouTube in case anybody needs to look at them there. If you're not on Facebook, just look up 1905 Farmhouse and you'll see it. Okay, I'm going to attempt to show you guys. Doesn't look like much right now, and as you can see, I had some running of my glue. So this is dried, so what I'm going to do is just peel until I get to the flowers, and then I'm going to take my scissors and just cut it off. Oh, look, burn myself again, guys. This glue, I tell ya. There we go. So then that is cut, and it'll end up being covered by the pink flowers, but it won't be seen all the way down there. Again, this is totally optional. This is just me being perfectionist about it. I also got runnage, looks like, in the inside. That one's going to run a little bit too, but it's not dry yet. Just fine. So let me just gently peel this up before we put the pink flowers on. There we go. Alright, so as you can see, I took that off. There wasn't anything there. This one is gone too. There's my, oh, look, not dry yet. My other runnage. Oh, this one's running away from me. Okay, so now I'm going to put the pink ones on here in the center. Let's see. I might end up doing 5 on this one, which is what came on the stem from Dollar Tree. Since these ones aren't as full as the ones from Dollar Tree, as the previous ones I did, they're not as bushy. So the previous one I only used 3. There's another glue stick here. Okay, so we will use all of these. I've not started decorating for fall. I've just started thinking about fall ideas. Being a blogger, you kind of have to get ahead of the game and ahead of the seasons so that when my content is published, it gets time for people to see it and prepare themselves to do projects instead of, like, you know, the week before the actual event happens. So you're gonna see some Christmas gift ideas coming up, DIYs, some Christmas decor, not quite yet, but I am thinking about it already. I'm excited about the gifts. I'm going to be showing some projects I've been working on for a maker studio that I introduced you guys last week. I have a really fun DIY I'm going to do next week. and it's a gift idea, and it could be a gift for Christmas, birthdays, anytime really. So that I'm excited about that. Let's go ahead and stick that there. That's why I chose a bushier flower for the center. It just kind of covers up if you had any imperfections, that kind of thing. And luckily those stick better. So there we go, guys. The fall wreaths. So here's this one. Again, all of these supplies for both of these wreaths came from Dollar Tree. So yeah.